Clifton here at Nitrous Outlet. I work in the R&D department, design a lot of new products. One of my favorites is our new rebuildable Billet Inline ball valve. Many of you have these in your car or in your shop at your pump station, and you'll experience maybe you're not getting as many fills out of your mother bottles, or you're not getting as many passes out of your nitrous bottles, or you're simply hearing some hissing or experiencing some leaks in your system. We designed this so you can rebuild your valve with our exclusive rebuild kit for our proprietary Billet Inline ball valves. Our rebuild kit is simple and easy to use to get you back in action in your shop or in your race car. Simple tools that you keep in your toolbox at all times: 1/8" Allen wrench, a pick, and an adjustable or 12B AN wrench. The rebuild kit has the PTFE cups, pivot washer, and 2 sealing O-rings. First thing you want to do is to make sure your system is depressurized from your nitrous bottle to your mother bottle or to your system in your vehicle. The great thing about how to rebuild this valve is if you have it mounted on a wall in your shop or in your race car, you can leave the valve itself mounted in its location. Or, for simplicity, you can remove it from its mounting location, bring it to your workshop bench, and you can rebuild it there. Now I will take you through the rebuild process on our workbench using our table vise. Now that we have our valve on our workbench, it's time to disassemble, clean, and rebuild. We will mount our valve in our table vise. Always smart to use a lint-free cloth so as not to damage the valve. As you tighten it in the valve, make sure you don't tighten it too tight. It's an aluminum valve. You don't want to crack anything. It doesn't need to be that tight. So you'll tighten it into place. Then you can use your adjustable wrench or your 12B AN wrench and remove your fittings. Set them aside for now. When we clean the valve, we'll also clean our fittings. Once you've removed the fittings, rotate the valve to where the handle is on top. Take your 1/8" Allen wrench. You'll remove the screw in the top of the handle. Your handle should just lift right off. Now you can remove the valve from the vise. And inside here, you will see the sealing cups and the ball for the ball valve. Apply a little bit of pressure, and the cups and the ball will slide right out of the valve. The great thing about this valve and the rebuild kit is the cleaning process, simply a lint-free cloth. You don't need to apply any cleaning chemicals or anything abrasive into the system, because we are going to use a little bit of grease later that will lubricate everything. Now it's time to rebuild our valve. First step, always make sure all your parts are cleaned up. Use a lint-free cloth to wipe down your valve, your stem, your ball, your handle, even the parts that come in the rebuild kit. We want to make sure that there's no debris, nothing that's going to damage the valve, so you can ensure that you have proper use of your valve once it's reinstalled. Simply wipe them down. Doesn't take much. Make sure it's clean of any dirt, any grease, any bits that may have come in your dirty nitrous system. The inside of the valve, always important. That's where the most buildup happens. Make sure it's clean, even clean. Make sure the Nitrous Outlet logo is visible to all your friends. Make sure the ball is clean so it seats properly on the cups. And the handle is clean, just because your dirty hands have been touching it all the time. But hey, we all work, that's okay. Now that the stem is in place inside the valve, you want to make sure that the actuator is perpendicular to the valve for the handle install. So now take your handle, you'll slide it over the square shaft, making sure that the spring pin slides into the hole in the top of the valve. Then take your screw, insert it into the top, little finger tight. Take your 1/8 inch Allen wrench and tighten it into place. Doesn't need to be extremely tight, just tight enough to secure the handle onto the valve. Now that your handle is installed, it's time to install the ball into your valve. First step, release the spring pin and align the handle with the valve. This aligns the actuator at the base of the stem, which allows the ball to be installed in place. Install it in place, making sure that it is in the center of the valve once it is installed. Then take your cups with the cup side facing inward and press them up against the ball in the center of the valve. You'll do one on each side. Now that the cups are in place, you will reinstall your fittings on each side of the valve. Now that you've snugged your fittings in place on your valve, you can stick it in the table vise and tighten it in place. You can reinstall it in your vehicle or on your wall at your pump station, and make sure that you tighten your fittings to the proper torque. They are O-ring sealed. You do not need to leverage yourself against anything to tighten these into place. Again, aluminum valve, Allen wrench, simply snug it in place, and the O-rings will seal the system so that you prevent leaks and have proper function of your ball valve and your entire nitrous system. Now that you've rebuilt your inline valve, it's reinstalled in your system or in your shop, remember to go online, nitrousoutlet.com, the rebuild kit, $19.99. It's quick and easy, convenient, great for any application. It's a lightweight valve. For those of you who watched the video through and realized, oh, I have to have one of those, the valve itself is available on our website, nitrousoutlet.com, $149.99. Be sure and visit. Call our sales department, 254-848-4300, and get yours today.